Hi guys, Woody here, welcome back. This is episode 31, if you can't win anything with kids. We are about to finish our final 3 games of our first season in the championship, and as you can see, we are sitting in 18th, which is pretty much where we were, I'm pretty sure, when we left you. We really peaked. We flew up here to 13th, and then we had some poor results, and we're back to 18th. So 3 games, as it stands, we can't get relegated. We've got enough points to that, so we're safe. Looking pretty good. So I left you guys, let's forget about that whole game, after drawing 2-2 with West Brom. We then put in 3 great performances. Bristol City, 2-0, double to Big George, 3-0 over Barnsley with another double from George Nakaji and Etienne getting on the scorecards, and then beating Watford 1-0 with Nakaji again. Fortunately, he pulled up an injury. We smashed Huddersfield 3-1 as well. Hellberg, Thompson and Starkey getting on the scorecard. We were looking good form at this point. I was like, playoffs? And then we bottled it. We lost 3-1 to Coventry. Trevor Redmond putting in one of his 5 performances that he likes to do every now and then. 3-2 to Stoke, unfortunately. Gurney and Tate getting on the scorecards there for that one. A Newell with Swansea, which we probably should have won since they're not very good. They're not one in. Yep, they're in the relegation zone, so we probably should have got something from there. 2-0 to Middlesbrough, which was a game that we probably, once again, we should have beat them. They are fighting with relegation. So that's 2 games that we butchered. We got hammered by Millwall. Will Gurney getting sent off in the 6th minute, if you can believe that, for punching. Punching Townsend, the captain. He punched him in the face. Great stuff, Will. We then turned it back on to beat Will Gurney, to beat Blackburn 3-2. It was a flurry of goals in the first 17 minutes. It was 3-2, and they got one back there. Will Gurney getting an injury. And then our final game, unfortunately, we lost 1-0 to Rotherham. Our captain getting sent off there as well. And Rotherham, another team that we probably should have been beating. They are mid-table. So a little poor run of form there. You look at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and we picked up 4 points from 7 games. That's pretty disappointing. We should have realistically had, another 6, 7 points from there. That would have been a lot better. That would put us on 62 and be sitting in 13th. Anyway, we have had a lot of injuries. We've had tired players and all the like, but we're getting back. Will Gurney suspended. He has 3 games, so he's done for the season. Alan Thompson strained knee ligaments. He's got a week. He probably won't be back. And Lassie Holt has a groin strain. He is out for 10 days. He may be back. Hasn't been playing that well anyway. Jack Newell still wants to leave the club. No one's interested in you, mate. His form has really dropped off a cliff. He's been in and out of the team on the bench. He doesn't want to sign a new contract. I don't know what to do. Mark Lewis is not the replacement I thought. Very, inconsistent. But anyway, here we are. This is how we're lining up against Norwich. Dean, Etten, McIntyre and Heath at the back. Newell at the base. Lewington and Clarkson in the midfield there, with Starkey and Tate on the right hand side, and Big George up front. Bradley Lewington's been playing okay. Jan Hellberg, a little bit hit and miss. Let's get into it against Norwich. Let's drop that commentary speed down there, lining up in a classic 4-4-2. And I think where are Norwich? They're mid-table, so they're only 2 ahead of us. So this is a game we should be able to get something out of, I'm hoping. And there we go. There is Jack Newell getting injured. Hopefully it's not a bad injury. It could be his last game for us if it is. And thank God he's offside. I don't even know who our last 2 games are against. I've totally forgotten. Those last 7 games have been really, really tough. 1 win and a draw, 5 losses. And at one point, we didn't score for 3 games. It's ridiculous. And we've proven we can score goals. Although 75 is not a lot, actually. I think we could have scored more. As Trevor Redmond looks like he's in for one of his his bad days today. Dan Heath with a knee injury there. We're probably going to look to Cammy Tate on a 5. Bring Tom Smith in for Dan. No, wrong person. Tom Smith, Dan Heath. Cammy Tate's on a 5. Oh God. Just get him off. Come on, mate. You've got an opportunity here. They're just off. We're really, really poor here. Wow, this is an absolutely boring game. 30,000 people, over 30,000 people have turned up to watch this. Oh my God. Big George. Can he rescue something from this game? Because, I'm so glad I brought you guys back for that god-awful whole game. And then we've had this one here as well. So, oh my God, Clarkson. Holy dooly. Wow, that's really turned that around there. Who would have thought that? But like I said, that was a game we should have won, and we did win. So I was right. All you people who doubted me. And that Reading have been relegated. Newell's out for 10 days. I don't know if he's going to make it back of these weekly games. They are Charlton, who are 10th, and QPR, who are 14th. They're all winnable games. They are all winnable games. We should collect another 6 points. And we're not that far off the playoffs. If we finish on 64 points, we're going to be around about 15 points off the playoffs. So goals scored are probably not as high as we want. You have a look at the player stats here, and we have a look at goals. Big George, he's only hit 26. We need a Jonathan Wilson smashing in 40. He needs to be scoring 30 plus goals. And you come all the way down, and there's Will Gurney with a paltry 16. His lowest return since he had a bit of an injury hit season here. A lot of games off the bench this season. This one here, not as many, but he is playing on that right hand side, so it's a tough one. He's playing a lot for the England under-21s at least. So we've got Charlton in a week. I guess this means that Lewis is going to come in here, and I'm going to have a look in our reserves. Might have to be George Brown. Charlton in a week's time. Let's go. Alright guys, back to the Charlton game. How's our record against Charlton actually? That was pretty good. We beat them. We beat them in Boxing Day. Still no Will Gurney, unfortunately. The team is pretty much the same, I think. I'm not going to really make any changes at this point. It's just going to be a Ross Holmes coming onto the bench, which actually leaves me no strikers on the bench. So I'm going to have to... Oh no, actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? How could I forget? We have got Liam Miller and Louis Theus-Press down on the bench. Great strikers. I'm going to bring them both up to the seniors. I literally forgot about these two. Such a good manager. Yeah, Liam Miller, I think he's been really underused this season. Still only 18 years of age. Let's go. Let's get out there. Charlton. Ooh. Interesting. In their grey and black kit. Let's kick the game off. Come on. We can do this. They've got a strong team, but I think we can do it. They've got nothing to play for. We've got nothing to play for. And obviously their first shot on target goes in the back of the net. Thank you, Trevor Redmond. Amazingly, Trevor Redmond is the best backup. He got on the bench for the championship team of the season. This is frustrating. Really frustrating. Have we just given up? Trevor Redmond. Goalkeepers. The bane of my life in this save. Cannot find a good one. Oh well. Still, I think all in all, to avoid relegation in the championship in the first season with these restrictions is good. Next year's the year that we need to push on. But another year down here isn't a huge concern. We don't want to get too stale down here though. And Cammy Tate got a groin injury. Great. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to spend too many seasons. No, I don't want Hellberg. Ross Holmes. I might even finish my sentence at some point. Yeah, we don't want to spend too many seasons down here, but 2 to 3, another 1 to 2 seasons down here, I think is definitely acceptable. Holmes getting on the board there. Big George is playing well. Let's get Liam Miller on. Geordie on a 5 and the goalkeeper on a 5. Brilliant. Let's bring George Brown on. That's not what I wanted. Actually, it was George Brown on for Mark Lewis. I know he's playing well, but I want to get just a bit of a feel, see how he goes. Oh, Dan Heath. Bit of an indifferent season from Dan Heath. Not his best after last year. 4 assists compared to 17. It's a big step up for some of these guys. That's not too bad. I'll take that draw against a good Charlton team who are 10th, who are fighting for the playoffs. We'll take that. We will take that all day. Trevor Redmond, though. Trevor Redmond. Again, sick of disciplining this guy for poor performance. Just one. Bournemouth coming down. Swansea down. I think, is that all the relegation done and dusted? Yep, they're all down. Swansea, Reading, Birmingham. But we're all pretty ordinary this year. Comfortably mid-ish table. Where can we finish? No. We could potentially, if things go really pear-shaped, we could even drop down to 19th. How have Crystal Palace got 113 goals, yet they've let in 130? That is some crazy stuff. Anyway, final game of the season. Let's push on to that, and then we can go into our off-season and look for some new young players. Hopefully. Goalkeeper maybe, I don't know. Alright guys, final game of the season. QPR, our captain suspended, so that's great. Thompson's back, but Miller has been training quite well apparently, so I'm playing McIntyre there. Give Miller a shot on the bench. Start Thompson there. Tate was terrible. I'm playing. That's not what I meant to do, because Liam Miller is supposed to be promoted to the seniors. Liam Miller. I'm going to play Liam Miller on the right. Give him a shot there. Ross Holmes was pretty good. Let's keep it like that. George Brown, Hellberg. Oh, Lewington, he was 7. Clarkson was an 8. So Hellberg is down the bench. Jack Newell. Does this? How did Brown do? Brown did pretty good. He deserves his spot there. Does Jack? How do I squeeze Jack Newell into this? Do I squeeze Jack Newell into this? No. Jack Newell does not make the bench. Let's go. QPR. Yep. They got Ollie Watkins. It's 31 now. Shows how far we are in the game. Let's get this kicked off. QPR, I think, have nothing to play for. We could. I don't think we can leapfrog. No, we can leapfrog them. We win. We can. No, we don't, because it's counting the draw. 62. We can't leapfrog them. Not much is going to change there. So they're pretty much done and dusted where they are going to sit in 12th. Would have been nice for us to get 14th. Would have been nice for us to get around about 12th here, like a spot 12th, 13th spot on mid-table. But 15th isn't too bad. We look to be the better team so far. And there's the goal. Liam Miller, that man out on the right. Is he the man to play on the right? Who knows? Jack Newell, he may. I mean, his contract runs out and he's transfer listed. He wants to go to a big club. He wants to leave. He's probably not coming back. I mean, do we need him? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Mark Lewis is played for the under-21s now, for the Welsh under-21s, putting in some good performance. His consistency just doubts me, and his determination is also quite low at 7, but he's not too bad. He could do it, maybe with a bit more oomph, maybe a bit more game time. He could really turn into something special. George Brown though as well, another Welshman. First appearance, he looked pretty decent as well. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring Starkey. Yep, and I'm going to bring George Brown on again for Clarkson, and we'll pop Lewis up in there like that. Let's go with that. QPR they're on holiday. They're on the beach. Matthew Ryan isn't, because otherwise this would be 5-0. But everyone else is on the bench. Jermaine Frimpong. Ollie Watkins hasn't done much. This looks like it's going to peter out. Not peter out, but it looks like hopefully we can hold on here. Is this Trevor Redmond? No, with a decent match. It is Callum Miller on an 8. Just to really sum up our season there. It's disappointing. Anyway, that's it. We finished 15th. We were never in danger of really getting relegated. We finished with a positive goal difference. West Brom win, Coventry got Barnsley, Hull playoffs, 1.8 million, Blackpool coming up. Not a bad season all in all, I don't think. Like I said, first season in the Championship, we finished just below mid-table there. Not really in danger of getting relegated. Positive goal difference, we need to start scoring some more goals here. Our defence isn't too bad when you look at the teams around here, the amount they've conceded. It's just scoring, we need to score more goals. So I guess when you look at it that way, when you look at it that way, hopefully we can push on next season. Contract-wise, expiring, Tom Smith, his contract is up. Not sure if he's going to stay around. It's 204 games for us, 16 goals, 43 assists. The reason why I like him is the fact that he can play right and left. He's okay. So maybe he'll get another contract. Jack Newell is looking, he still wants out. No one wants him. He's had a poor season by his standards, so I don't know. He'll probably be gone. Other players in here, I think we can probably keep. Down the reserves, there's a whole heap of players who just, I don't even know who they are anymore. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go away and play that off season. Don't forget, if you want to change one of these new gen, regen names, by all means, let me know in the comments. Other than that, guys, please leave a like. Comment on anything else if you want, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do that. It does mean a lot, and I'll catch you guys for the start of our next season. See ya.